Is TikTok lowering your IQ? It feels like a personal attack, especially when you're deep into a scroll hole of soap-cutting videos. But the answer isn't a simple yes or no, it's actually more terrifying. We're talking about a neuropsychological phenomenon called digital dementia. And if you're a deep-thinking introvert or a high-functioning multitasker, you're the primary target. Have you noticed your memory feels like a sieve lately? You walk into a room and forget why. You try to read a long article, but your hand instinctively reaches for your phone. You feel like your intellectual sharp edges are being sanded down. This isn't laziness. It's a process neuroscientists call cognitive offloading and synaptic erosion. Your brain's neural pathways for memory and critical thinking start to prune themselves. When you outsource their jobs to an algorithm, TikTok isn't just an app. It's an external hard drive that has convinced your brain it no longer needs its internal one. This constant context switching is psychological poison. It forces your brain into a state of permanent bottom-up attention, the primitive part of your brain that reacts to bright colors and fast movement. Your high-level thinking CEO, the prefrontal cortex, gets sent to the basement. The real threat is the erosion of your working memory. Short-form video acts like a buffer flush. Every 15 seconds, your brain dumps the previous information to make room for the new. Do this for a couple of hours, and you've basically performed a neurological factory reset on your focus. Research shows heavy users of these platforms show a decrease in gray matter density in the brain, regions responsible for executive function. You're not just losing focus, you're physically shrinking the parts of your brain that make you brilliant. But here's the good news, your brain isn't shattered glass, it's more like Play-Doh. Thanks to neuroplasticity, you can reverse the effects of digital dementia. The first step is what I call the Feynman flush. For every few pieces of content you consume, stop and explain what you just learned out loud for 2 minutes. This forces your brain into active recall, building stronger neural pathways. Next, you need to seek out high-friction information. This means reading a physical book or listening to a long-form podcast without checking your phone. Think of it as cognitive weightlifting. It retrains your prefrontal cortex to ignore the constant screams for cheap dopamine from your reward center. At first, you'll feel restless, but that's the sound of your neural receptors upregulating. It's the sign that your brain's RAM is expanding again. So, let's wrap this up. You're not getting dumber, you're just in an environment designed to make you that way. Digital dementia is a choice, not a destiny. By applying the Feynman flush and seeking out high-friction learning, you are performing a biological reset. The algorithm wants a consumer, the world needs a creator. Stop scrolling and start building. Your brain will thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.